What's up, guys? I'm gonna teach you guys how to shoot just a simple joint. It's better just to tape it, especially if you're not, well, you should always tape it, even if you're a professional. You always want to do the best work for the people you're working for. There's people that don't use tape and they say that it looks just as good as when you tape it, and it doesn't, because they leave little railroad marks or little smears, and then they try to go back and clean it up. It's not the same thing. You want to make sure you tape it and make a nice, crisp, clean line for the client. And always do your best. Don't be lazy and just take the extra time just to tape it and make it look nice. So just tape the joint. Shoot a nice even bead on there. Even if it's not even, with tape it doesn't really matter, because the tape's what's going to make it look nice. And when you use tape, you have to know how to hit the tape. So when you tool, you got to make sure that you hit both sides of the tape to get the crispy, clean line. Because if you don't hit it, you're going to get the lips when you pull the tape, and that's what people usually say, that using tape makes it look uglier. That's because they don't know how to tool with tape. So if you know how to tool with tape, it's going to look nice. First you got to do is push the caulking into the joint. That's another reason that you should be using tape, because tape allows you to actually push the caulking into the joint. As for when people don't use the tape, they just glide on top of the back tool and glide on top of the caulk joint. So they're just really just moving the caulking around. They're not pushing into the crevices, and makes a better bond. Another thing, when people don't use tape, they'll just shoot a bead with the gun, and just because it looks nice, they're like, oh, it looks nice, we don't need to tool it or tape, that's good enough. Nah, because if you don't tool it and push the caulking in, it's just gonna peel off. If you guys ever go through a drive-through, next time you go through a drive-through, take a look at it. Most of the people that do drive-throughs are people that don't really do caulking, they just do windows. So they'll just shoot the joint and they're like, oh, it looks good. But that type of joint, when you just shoot it like that, and you don't push it in. Like right now, I pushed it in, I made sure I pushed it in, and then the last time I came through it, I cut it to make sure I hit the lines, and that's your final look. But when you don't do that, when you don't push it in, it's just the caulking's just on top of the material, whatever the material is. So in about a year or two from when you caulk it, that caulking's just gonna peel off. Every time I go through a drive-through, I look at the little drive-through windows, the caulking's peeling off. It just all comes off all together. That's because it just shot on top of it, and they didn't push it down. They didn't tool it. You have to tool caulking, no matter what. When you take the time to tape it, it looks clean, professional. Which you will see right now. I'm going to show you guys a close-up. This is finished product. There's a little bit of paint that came off the wall, but that's fine. Just push it back out of the way of the caulking. You see? Nice fucking. All the way through. And then back there where the mirror is, you could either leave it like that, push it in with your finger into the joint, or use your tool. My finger didn't quite reach all the way back. Nice and sealed. Alright. Thank you guys for watching the video.